Here I come. Okay.
And we're rolling.
Okay, I'm already excited.
I
Okay.
know.
Deep breath. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to do a little clap. And welcome back to Hostels in Hawaii. My name is Zoe Cachion, and today I'm with a very special guest. Introduce yourself.
I'm Phoenix Miller.
And this is our first ever live video podcast for Hostels in Hawaii, which is crazy. I have wanted to do this for a long, long time, so I'm very happy that Phoenix, first off, I'm so happy that Phoenix is the first person that I'm doing this with, because
I'm honored.
It's definitely going to be kind of a trial run. We're going to do our best. But to give you guys a little backstory, this is the first episode of Hostels in Hawaii that you're ever tuning into. Before I came to college and met Phoenix here in San Diego, I took 2 gap years and I went and worked in some hostels in Hawaii, hence the name of the podcast. But while I was there, I started this podcast, and the goal was to tell people stories. I met so many cool people traveling through the hostels, so many people with so many cool stories that I wanted to, be able to connect with them, talk with them, and record conversations and have these podcast episodes to be able to look back on. And yeah, now here we are doing a full-on video podcast. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. But have never had the opportunity to do. But finally, we have made the opportunity happen for ourselves. So
shout out KCR College Radio.
Shout out KCR College Radio. We are, this is, kind of getting to the crux of like why we're here today, is that we're in college. But Phoenix, do you have some news?
I just graduated. Like 3 days ago.
A couple days ago. We just had her graduation party. And yeah, so let's take it back to the beginning. I feel like I might get emotional on this podcast.
I know. No, I am.
I might get emotional. Damn.
It's a very emotional time, just I think in general, because it's the ending of something good. Yes. But also not the ending. It's not like don't knock.
I almost knocked the whole thing over. But sorry, continue.
It's like, I don't know, it's emotional in the sense that it's ending like this chapter of my life that I've really loved, but I'm excited for everything else that's to come, and I know that it's not like a permanent ending where I'm like, I'm never gonna speak to any of these people again. Like, it's very much like, oh, it's just, a transition period in my life. Like, I'll be doing different things. Like, my friends are going to start to move to different places. That's the part that gets me. That gets me a little bit. Yeah. But I think I'm excited. I'm a little terrified.
Yeah.
But I think,
which is real.
Yeah.
That's just how I think that's 100% always a part of a new chapter. Like, 100%. Even though it's exciting, it's also always going to be a little bit terrifying in the best ways.
Yep.
So Phoenix and I met at the very beginning of college. So for me, it's crazy to think about the fact that she's graduating. She graduated early, so I have 1 more semester left, which is super weird to think that, like, I don't think I've wrapped my own brain around the fact that Phoenix is not going to be a student with me for my last semester.
I know.
Yeah. How did we meet? How did we get here? How did you are you getting emotional?
A little bit.
I'm like thinking, I was like going, when you like just go back in time for a second, that's like how I was feeling. I was like, holy fuck, like thinking about everything that happened, and I was like, yeah, how did we meet? Let's talk about it.
Me and Zoe have one of my favorite meeting stories of all of my friends, because it's just so random. Funny. Like, it just cracks me up. We both, by separate means, ended up on the same camping trip with like this group of guys that we both befriended separately. And neither one of us knew the other one or knew that the other one was going to be there. We both thought that it was just going to be us and like this group of guy friends.
Dudes.
Some dudes, right?
Just some dudes.
So I was going into it and I was like, well, I guess I don't die in the woods with this group of men I've known for like a week and a half, 2 weeks.
This is the very beginning of college.
Very beginning of college, like a month in. And granted, they were all very nice. Chillers. Love them. Still friends with them to this day. But that was
Shout
the
out.
context. Shout out. So me and Zoe were in 2 different cars going up to this camping spot in Julian. And we like both get there. I get out of the car. I see her get out of the car. I was like, oh, girl.
Another girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
I was excited. I remember I got in the car and it was like 3 of our friends. Well, now I'm saying our friends, but at the time, like I had just met these guys and they were like, do you want to go camping? And one of my other girlfriends was supposed to come, but last minute she couldn't. So I remember I walked out into the car, didn't even fully know who was going. And I was like, oh, damn, like I hope another girl comes. Because I was like, right now it's just 3 dudes, which, you know, love them. They were great. But I was like, it just would be cool to like meet some new girls, you know? It's the beginning of college. You're just trying to like meet everyone. So I remember when we both, and like I didn't even know, I think I knew another car was coming, but I had no idea who was going to be in it. Like that's just the beginning of college. Like you just, if any advice for anyone that's starting college, like put yourself in those situations
just say
in the
yes.
beginning. Always. Like even if you're like, oh, I don't know if anyone else that I know is going to be there, or, you know, maybe it's just 3 dudes in the car and you end up in there and you're like, oh, how did this happen? Like it's always better to say yes than to say no in the beginning of college. Because you're just in like a trial run. You're just in like this like testing out, trying to meet new people, trying to see what you like, trying to see what works for you. So I'm really happy I said yes to this camping trip because I remember I almost didn't go. And my college experience would have been very different if I hadn't, which is so crazy.
I know, it's like one camping trip like changed the course of so much.
Yeah, you have to remember that when you're starting out in college, like saying yes to one thing could really be the trajectory for something really amazing. So yeah, so I said yes, and you said yes, and we both got in our respective cars, and we literally only saw each other once we were already at the campsite. And it was already dark by that point too. Like it was probably like I think it was like 9 or 10 by the time we got there. Like I don't remember why. I just remember being late and really needing to pee the entire way up there. So I get out of the car and I was like, all right, time to go find me a spot in the woods. I see Zoe. I was like, I have to pee. Do you have to pee? Yeah, I'm like, I'm right there with you.
Nowhere in our introduction was like, hi, I'm Phoenix. It's nice to meet you. We locked eyes. We were like, you gotta pee.
We both were like, we have to pee.
We have to pee. Let's go.
I have the opposite of a bladder of a camel. Like, you know how camels can hold their... Yeah. I'm the opposite.
Tiny baby bladder.
Yeah, I just always have to pee.
Yeah.
I always have to pee, especially on a road trip.
Yeah.
So immediately we both knew. We both knew that that's where this was going. And I love that neither one of us felt the need to introduce ourselves. No. It was like, there's more pressing matters, honestly. Like, my bladder needs to be released. I'll get your name later. Let's go squat in the woods together. Let's pop a squat together.
Yep.
And we did. We popped a squat in the woods. And we peed right next to each other. And, like, it was intimate. And it was beautiful.
And that's it. And then we were just friends. I don't think...
Locked in after that.
We did the whole name thing until probably, like, 2:30 in the morning.
I know.
We were having these like crazy in-depth conversations, like looking at the stars, like you knew like
everything about your life.
Like my entire childhood.
Yes.
Before I was like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm Phoenix.
Yeah, also I feel like honestly your name, because I mean Phoenix is obviously super like unique and dope name, and so I feel like your name actually came up like in a story. Like I think you maybe were like telling the like story of how you got your name or something like that. But I just remember we were sitting around the campfire for hours because I feel like once you pee with someone, it just like you're like, you know what, you don't even need to do all the...
You don't even need it.
Yeah, we don't need that intro, whatever. Yeah. Like
you skip it.
Yeah, you skip the intro. But, and also, I feel like everyone else, like all the guys kind of already knew each other, so it honestly would have felt kind of weird to be like, oh, this is my name, when like no one else is sharing their name. Right. Like, you know, when you're in a social situation and you're like, oh, are we doing intros? Or should I just roll with it and pretend like we all know each other? So I feel like it was one of those situations. And then, yeah, like, you know, the marshmallows are flowing, the s'mores are flowing, the drinks are flowing, the fire's going. We're making mac and cheese, you know, like we're the vibes are just good, and we're just sharing stories. And I remember that was like one of the first things I thought about Phoenix is like, I was like, damn, I love someone that is so open and like just like talks about their life and is like not afraid to be vulnerable, not afraid to just like kind of just spill it all out there, because that's how I've always been. Just like very
that's how we were book. Like just everything, like we just do everything.
We were like, whatever, let's
one
talk
night
about
I was like, yeah, I like this one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep this one around.
But yeah, I remember thinking like, wow, she's really strong. She's been through a lot. She's really vulnerable. She's very like open book. And I was like, hell yes. Like, that is the exact type of person that I want to be surrounding myself with when I'm in college. Because I'm drawn to those people. That's like the type of people I try to have on the podcast too, because I think those types of people that can wear their heart on their sleeve are the best type of people to have on something like this, because it's like, we're just gonna shoot the shit and be open and vulnerable.
I'll just say whatever.
Yeah, let that shit fly. Whatever. Like, I don't know. I couldn't hold things in if I tried.
I couldn't either.
That, like, I guess I commend people that can, if that's your vibe, but like,
everyone knows everything.
Not for me. not for me. I remember like being like, oh, I really, really like this girl's energy, but I was like, I wonder what her name is. And then it like came up. And then I think I was like, you were talking about it and it came up in a story and I was like, your name is Phoenix? Like, I was like, that's so cool. Wish I had known that. And then, another funny thing is like, obviously me and Phoenix have now known each other for a while, right? So we've met a lot of other people together, and like anytime we're getting introduced to other people, like, you know, you're at a party or wherever, and someone's like, yo, what's your name? Like, picture some dude, just, what's your name? And like, when Phoenix goes first, I'm like, yeah, well, I'm screwed now. Like, I mean, I love my name. My name's dope. Like, I love,
it's a great name. It's so
great
fitting.
name. Nothing wrong with it. I love it. But like, Phoenix, like, you can't follow that. Like, if you're with your friend and they're like, yo, what are your names? And Phoenix is like, I'm Phoenix. They're always like, oh, wow. And then I have to be like, nice to meet you, I'm Zoe. Like,
I remember at one point you were like, you have to let me go first.
I go first.
I can't follow that up.
I just can't follow it. Because also, I know we're probably going to have some sort of interesting conversation because of your name. And I'm like, I want to let that flow. And I'm not trying to like break the flow by being like,
yo, what up?
I'm Zoe. Nice to meet you.
That's the Zoe up in here.
I have a lot of other like friends with really cool names, I would say.
You do.
Like, just in general. I feel like I could list a bunch. But it's like, sometimes we'd be like rolling in the pack. Especially when we lived with like Ruhi, Mo, Phoenix, Zoe. Well, we had cute nicknames for each other. It was like Ruhi Tron.
PP-tron.
Yeah, she was PP-tron. I was Zotron. We should have just introduced ourselves like that.
I honestly... Yeah. Especially when it was like all four of us going out somewhere.
I'm Zotron, I'm Photron, I'm Motron, I'm Rubytron. Like,
we should have. Why did we never do that?
We all have portable chargers with them on it too. So sometimes I'll like whip it out and someone will look at it and be like, what's Zotron?
Like, that's me.
Like, it's me.
I'm Zotron.
I'm Zotron, and this is my portable charger.
I think mine's especially funny because it's PP-tron. Yeah. So when I whip that out, you like, Phoenix, what is that?
Yeah,
like, what is on this charger? And I'm like, me, it's my name.
You're like, get with it.
You didn't know?
With it.
Get with the program. PP-tron.
So, bringing it back, after that camping trip, we bonded, of course, like we said. But then, I just remembered, we also ran into each other on campus, which I feel like is like classic, quintessential college experience, running into someone that you just met in the beginning, you know, like, more advice, say hi to everyone, like, try to be as friendly as possible, because I get that college sometimes can be a very intimidating social situation,
100%.
which is not something I would have expected going into it.
It's so scary.
I don't know why. I thought that it would be more chill. No. But sometimes, you know, the social anxiety just gets you. Yeah. And you're like, oh, why am I nervous?
I was...
What's going on?
Like, I definitely got more socially anxious in college, and I thought that it would be, like, less. Like, I thought I would just, like, get increasingly better just, like, going up and talking to people.
Yes.
But I feel like it's, like, harder. I don't know. I think there's just more, like, pressure in a way to, like, make friends and make connections. And also, I feel like as you get older, every sort of relationship holds more weight. Like, whether it's, like, friendships or romantic relationships, like things like that. Like, everything just holds more weight and people take it like, more seriously, if that makes sense. And so everyone is like a little bit awkward, so it's just like, fuck, do I want this person to be my friend? When it's like not that deep.
It's not that deep.
It's not, just go say hi.
Be friendly to everyone.
Right, just be nice.
But I think, especially like from my experience before college being in hostels, if you've ever been in one, it's like, you know, like people are extremely friendly in hostels all the time because they're in this constant mode of trying to make friends. Like, when you're traveling and you're there for a short amount of time, you're like, okay, like, I'm down for every new person I meet to become my best friend.
Right.
So that's just a very different environment to be in and a very different energy for people that you're meeting to have. And I would say college is really similar to that energy that you would find in a hostel in the beginning. Like, I would say freshman year and, like, beginning of sophomore year, depending on your own experience, though, of course. But I think, like, the beginning of college, everyone has that, like, drive and
everyone's very social
energy to make friends, And like the farther you go into college, people start to kind of like find their people and decide who they're going to invest their time into. And so I think that's also part of why people kind of get like less social, and maybe you feel more social anxiety as it goes on, because you're like, oh damn, like normally I would love to like have this energy with these people where I'm like more friendly, but you just can't tell, like, are they in a space to be making friends? Are they open to it? It's kind of hard to tell sometimes, and I think that's like where it, I don't know, where it comes in.
Yeah.
But freshman year we ran into each other.
Yep.
And this is like the same weekend. Like we
I think it
camped
was
that
like
weekend.
yeah, it was like 2 days
And
after
it was
we got
like
back from camping.
the Monday or Tuesday
Yeah.
on campus back in class.
Yep.
So I was in the market right after class, and I was looking for pasta, for this really good pesto pasta that I really liked. I ate it a lot freshman year.
I need to go get that pasta, actually.
Yeah, honestly, just for the memories. Like, it's pretty good. It was like $4 and like just a little, you know,
pesto mozzarella something.
Honestly, kind of tomatoes. There was tomatoes.
There was tomatoes.
Yeah. Wait, it was kind of gas. Yeah.
One of the better things.
One of the better things.
Yeah.
You know how it is. Like freshman year food situation is
there
not always.
Were some concerning items in there.
Sometimes it's rough.
Yeah.
If you haven't been to college yet, this is a great episode to be listening to if you're, you know, trying to anticipate what might college be like. Just know that freshman year will not be the most amazing menu and feast that you've ever had. You'll probably have to rough it out, tough it out at times, but it gets better when you can start like going to Trader Joe's and doing your own grocery
buying
shopping,
your own groceries, and
not having to be on meal plan and all that.
Yeah.
So, but freshman year we're on meal plans, so I was scouting for this pasta that I really liked. And then who do I see when I look over? I'm looking at the pasta. I turn, and I just see Phoenix's little bright sunshine, little energy. She like, we turned basically at the same time. I actually can like literally picture it.
I remember it so well.
Perfectly.
Actually,
I can picture it perfectly. Like us turning, and we were both like, hey,
yo, what
up? Being in the woods, girl. Like, what's up? And yeah, we just started like chatting immediately, and I remember I told her, I was like, oh, that pasta is really good, like I'm gonna get some, and you were like, I'm down. Yeah. And you got some too.
Pasta. I did.
And then it was just like a cute moment because we both had our pasta, and we like walked to the checkout line together. And I like felt really honored for some reason that you took my recommendation
to get the pasta.
Yeah. Like I was like, wow.
I think that was the first time I had it. I think you put me on.
I know. I was like really happy that you like actively so proud.
I just trusted you. I was like, you know what? I think she knows what she's talking about. I'm
like
gonna get
kind
this
of funny if you had like not gotten it. Like if I was like, yo, that's really good, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna
get this chicken salad sandwich.
Yeah, that's again better. But no, it was
screw your pesto pasta.
But then we were talking, and we realized that you were told me, I think, that there was like therapy dogs on campus.
Yeah.
Which I feel like was exciting.
If you see a dog, you pet that dog.
It was it was exciting. Yeah. My dog also passed away freshman year, so like anytime there was a therapy dog, I was like,
I am there.
I was like, let's do it. So yeah, so you were telling me about that, and I was like, oh, I'm down to go to that. And so we're like, all right, let's walk over there together. And so we're just walking with our little pesto pastas. And then we ran into this like pop-up booth called Lotus and Luna. Shout out that company. I actually ended up like working for them, sort of, which is random lore. Yeah, like to our point of like just try things.
Yep.
They're just like a clothing brand, and they have like funky flowy pants, and I like wearing stuff like that. And they're like, would you like to, you know, work with us? And you know, they saw my funky flowy pants. They're like, do you want to do it? I was like, yeah.
Well, you look like our vibe.
Yeah, and I was like,
and
okay.
You know what, you were, yeah.
And I was like, nice. So I was like a student ambassador for like a year or something, but they would give out free like bracelets or like anklets and stuff for students, just to kind of like, you know, I don't know, good little business plan. Shout out Lotus and
Promote
Luna.
the program.
And so when we went over there, we're just like talking to them, and they're like, yeah, you can get something for free. But this was the first time we'd ever seen this booth, so it was like really exciting. Yeah. So I thought they were selling stuff. And I was like, oh my God, you're giving out free anklets?
Well, hell yeah.
I was like, let's go. And like a little random backstory is that I had gotten a free anklet when I lived in Kauai with my friend Charlotte. Same situation. Yeah. Her and I just like clicked, and then like a couple days later, we're somehow at this like pop-up booth, and there's free anklets. I don't really remember why they were free. They just were. And we got the same one. and then it was like our friendship anklet.
Mhm.
And it was so cute, and I loved having a friendship anklet with someone. I was like, this is such a random, sweet
Right.
thing to share
Yeah.
with somebody.
I know.
And then it fell off, like, right before I came to college. Which I was like, new chapter,
End
new
of an
anklet.
era. Need
And
a
then
new,
the
need a new
fact
anklet.
that, like, you and I
I know.
are walking, and then we see this booth, and then we got the same anklet together.
Yep.
And we had just met, which was, I mean, as we
know.
said, like, we
It was our second time meeting. We were just like, so we're getting friendship anklets? Awesome.
yeah,
Yep.
perfect.
Yep.
We're like, we're gonna eat the
Cool.
same pasta, we're gonna get our friendship anklets, and we're gonna go pet these damn dogs.
It was just like so immediately I felt so close to you. Like it was just like so fast. I was just like, oh yeah, nope, I love this girl. Like
Yeah.
I was like very comfortable very quick. It
Yeah.
like it in no way was weird for me to be getting like a matching anklet with you. I was just
anklet.
like, no, this makes sense
Yeah,
for
you're
us.
like, that's my girl.
Yeah.
Let's get those
It's like,
anklets.
this tracks
Let's
and
do
that's
it.
cute. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I still
definitely.
have mine somewhere.
Yeah,
it like
mine
broke,
fell off at
but
some point.
Yeah, it broke, but it's in my little
I have
trinket
it too. I
box.
think I have it in like a mason jar with like a bunch of knickknacks and like beads and things that have like broken or fall, you know. But yeah, I agree. I felt very similar of just like when I first met you, I was like, oh, this is someone that like feels like we've been friends forever, which is like so important.
That's like the best feeling when you find people like that.
And you're like in a new state, you're in a new environment, you're starting school. It's like you find people with that sort of energy, like definitely invest your time into them. Like it'll be worth it, trust me. So yeah, that's kind of our origin story.
I know.
Of friendship.
The very beginning.
And then should we talk more about freshman year and just like how was your experience as a freshman? Like that has got to be the craziest year of college. Like
100%.
There's just so much trial and error and lots of error and lots of trial and lots of weird stuff. Lots of stuff that happens your freshman year that when you look back, you're like, that was bizarre.
Yeah, like that was
kind of
not normal. Yeah.
And it was also kind of awful.
Yep.
I feel like it's simultaneously the worst year of college and also the most memorable somehow. It's just like a hodgepodge. But tell us about your experience as a freshman.
I think that freshman year was honestly like one of my favorite years of college. Like I think senior year, like this past senior semester has been really awesome, but I loved my freshman year. I had so much fun. I think when you're coming into a new place, like everything is so exciting. Like everything is like so sparkly and fun and brand new and exciting, and you're meeting all these people all the time and like doing so much, and the dorms are so chaotic.
Yeah.
But I got really lucky in the sense that like my little like corner of my dorm hall was just awesome. Like it was just like living right next to my entire friend group. Like we would all just like leave our doors open and like go hang out in each other's rooms all the time, and it was just like my little family. Like that was my little crew, and we just had so much fun. I felt so at home with those people, and I'm still friends with all of them to this day. It's funny, I remember my like one of my old coworkers before I left for college, I got my old job. He was like, the people that you meet the first couple of weeks in college, like those are your people for life. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Like I'm gonna meet my people the first week. Like that's crazy, but it's so true. Yeah. Like I'd say like most of the people who I'm like very close to now are people that I met in the first like 2-3 weeks of college, which is kind of crazy to think about. Yeah. And obviously like I've made so many more friends like in years past that, even like months past that, that I love dearly, you know. But it is kind of crazy to think about that. I think that it was definitely, there were a lot of learning experiences. I was lucky in the sense that like I've always been fairly independent as a person and like had to learn how to be a responsible adult pretty young. So it was like I was thankful that I didn't have to learn that freshman year, because I feel like some of the people I was friends with like were also trying to figure that out at the same time, and I was like, okay, well at least I have that unlocked. I have that part down. Like I just have to figure out how to like be a college student in this new
Yes.
place that's, 1,000 miles away from where I'm from.
Yes.
And
Phoenix, let me hype her up. She's one of the most, like, has her shit together in the sense of just, like, I don't know, she just cares she's very selfless. She cares very deeply about others around her, and, like, she will, if for some reason you got yourself into a weird situation, like, she's gonna be one of those people that helps you out of it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
she's always there for you. She's just, like, a good, solid human being, and I feel like so many of my friends, before I went to college, because I took the time off that I did, I had a lot of friends that were in their junior years of college, and they were, like, coming to visit me during freshman year, because, like,
Yeah.
that's, they were excited, they wanted to see my new life, and I remember them telling me, and, like, all of them met Phoenix, and so many of them were like, wow, you found some, like, really amazing and, like, mature people, even though you're coming in a bit older and these people are younger than you. And I feel like every time that was, like, their thought about it, it was, like, mostly because of Phoenix. Like, they were like, she's just, like, a very
That's so
mature,
sweet.
yet, like, but also, like, so carefree and fun, but just, like, I don't know, I feel like you understand, like, what's important. And, like, you understood that, I think, before a few other people maybe did. Because, it's just freshman year. People are, again, trial and error, trial and error.
It's crazy. Like, it is
it's okay if that was you,
chaotic year of your life.
Yeah. But it's
fun.
good to have friends like Phoenix that are like, okay, like, like, safety of everyone was always one of your priorities, making sure people were, like, you were someone I could always go to if I was having a hard time. Like, I remember that there was, like, one night where we just sat outside our freshman dorms because our dorms were next to each other. We sat outside on this, like, random couch for
Oh my gosh, I
hours
remember that.
and, like, talked about everything. And then this guy, coming back with a therapy dog. So, like, this guy pulled up with a therapy dog
Oh my god.
and joined the
What's his
conversation.
name?
Bro, he was chill. I actually ran into him at a party recently-ish, like, somewhat recently.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, how do I know you? And then I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh my god, like, you had that dog, and, like, I was
like the big fluffy husky.
yeah.
Fuck, what's his
I was like,
name?
wow, like, I was kind of in the middle of a panic attack at that time.
Yeah.
But it was so nice to meet you, King. But yeah, like, being able to find friends in the beginning of college that can, like, sit with you through the hard stuff. And, like, yeah, just, I think it's important to, like, show up for people, because I agree with what you said. You're going to meet a lot of people that you stay close with in the very beginning, because I think it's just, like, a very specific and unique experience to share with people. And
you, like, bond very quickly because everyone's looking for something to, like, hold on to. If that makes
some
sense.
sort of
like,
stability.
Yeah.
Some sort of, just something to, like, put your time into, like, some piece of home.
Yeah.
But I also think that, like, over time, the people who are meant to, like, if you're not actually aligned with someone, then I don't think that just because you met them in the beginning of college means you're staying close with them.
No.
It's, like, really, like, the people that you're aligned with are the ones that stick around. Like, if you don't meet your people in the beginning of college, I wouldn't be worried, because the people that you're, like, really supposed to be friends with are going to come into your life no matter what, because, like, you're going to put the energy out there that they're going to reciprocate. They're going to have a similar energy, but it's dope if you can also happen to meet cool people in the beginning and, like, continue to put time and energy into each other. And then you can also experience college with, like, people from the beginning to the end.
I know.
And that is really special. So, yeah. Sorry I went on a tangent, but what were you saying? I totally interrupted you to gas you up, and then I went on a tangent.
What was I saying?
That was ADHD at its work. You were saying freshman year that you were responsible, and some people were trying to figure that out, and they weren't yet.
Oh.
But you had somewhere that you were going.
To be fair, I also still had a lot of things to figure out. Like, it's just like
we all did.
Everyone does. Yeah. Everyone does.
We all still do.
Yeah, I think that I'm happy that I, like, said yes to as many things as I did, because that led to so many more things and so many more friendships and opportunities and experiences, and it was terrifying. Like, it's so scary, just, like, blindly jumping into things, being like, sure, I'm down. Like, yeah, let's do it. But I think that is, like, the most important, or, like, one of the most important things you can do is, like, doing the things that scare you, because they're almost always very rewarding. And I think that, like, I don't know, I'm thankful for, like, even, like, all, like, the harder times I had freshman year. I think that I learned a lot about myself as a person and grew so much just like being away from home for the first time and being able to like just focus on myself and like take care of myself, which was something that I wasn't used to previously. So I think it like I definitely grew a lot in that sense and like grew an appreciation like for that. And also I just fell in love with San Diego. Like it's such a cool city. And I was lucky like that I had friends that like were local and had cars, so we like could get around San Diego and explore.
That was very clutch.
That was awesome.
It was so cool to explore a new city.
Yeah.
And like we're all new to it and we're all excited, but then we did have a few friends that like had Jeeps that we could have jumped in the back of, knew the spots.
Because no one has a car freshman year, so
you're
you're just kind of stuck on your little campus.
But also college is like this weird bubble where it's like its own little microcosm of the world. So even when you aren't exploring, like, I mean, I was really grateful that we went to school with like a whole city and a whole just like life happening around us. But then it's also crazy to like have that and then also have this like other tiny little microcosm where there's also so much happening on a college campus. So yeah, like trying to take advantage of both those things can feel really overwhelming because you're like, wow, I'm in this amazing city. I want to take advantage of it. But also, wow, there's so much to do in college. So many different clubs I could join. So many different like groups, organizations, things like it's easy to get super overwhelmed.
Yeah, that was what I was just going to say. It was definitely very overwhelming because I wanted to try so many things, but there's only so many, like there's so many hours in the day.
Yeah.
So it was like, and I could like, I remember being mad at myself. I'm like, oh, you should be doing more. Like, there's so many like cool things you could be doing. Then I'm like, wait, Phoenix, no. Like, you're already doing a lot of things. Like, it's fine. You're okay. So I think that's like another piece of advice is to like freshman year Phoenix is like you don't have to do everything all the time. Like, say yes to things and be open to things, and like don't like go have fun and but don't like feel overwhelmed and being like, oh my god, I have to say yes to everything. Like I have to like push myself so hard that because you'll just burn out and then it won't be fun anymore. Like if you're pushing yourself too hard to like be in too many places at once and like put too much energy out, then like you're just gonna you're done for.
Yeah, I definitely think that feeling you were talking about is something I felt for a good amount of college. Like I was like, damn, like I need to be doing more. Like I love what I'm doing, but I also I don't know, it's just wanting to make the most of the opportunity. And so I felt that perpetually through college.
Same.
All the time. Just like
I still feel it. I'm still sitting here and I'm like, did I do enough? Like I don't know.
What's something that you're really happy that you got involved with? And what's something that you wish you had gotten involved with that maybe you didn't get to?
I think I was really happy that I got involved with the Look magazine, which is like, it's our like fashion, art, and culture magazine here at San Diego State. And I think that's probably what I'm most thankful for because I met so many cool people through that. And I also like, that was what kind of sparked my like love for photography again. I was like, oh yeah, no, this is absolutely what I want to do with my life. Like doing all of these like super weird editorial shoots was just so much fun. Yeah, like I had such a great time with that, and I think that like it's like not only did I have a great time and like meet a bunch of cool people, but it also was definitely like a portfolio booster or something that can go on the resume. So it like served as like a double purpose. Yeah. Obviously, Daily Aztec, shout out, they're across the hall.
Hey.
It's really cool to have your stuff published. That's a cool feeling.
Yeah.
And then I really wish I would have honestly done more with the Daily Aztec. I have so much writing that I just like didn't publish or like didn't submit. So I was just like, nah, whatever. Like I don't think it's good enough. I should have just like sent it on its merry way and let it into the world. But it's like it's scary, like Yeah.
I don't think we mentioned what your major is.
Oh yeah,
I just
that's
remembered
important.
That. What's your major, Phoenix? Sorry, I should have asked. That's my job. That's on me. I fucked that up.
I am a journalism major, and then I have a photography minor.
Let's go.
I've had a lot of fun. Majors. I've had a lot of fun in the journalism world. And if you're a journalism major, it's kind of like you're also just kind of like in the Daily Aztec. Like that's just kind of, I feel like most people who are part of the major, like, are also kind of just a part of the program. It's like a little feeder. Also met some really rad people through that.
Yeah.
I wish I would have gotten more involved with KCR.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out to college radio.
Shout out. Just because music is such a huge, huge part of my life. I feel like it would have been really fun to like have my own radio show and just like get more involved and like go like do concert reviews for them and like in that like general world. So I am beating myself up a little bit for that.
But another way to look at it is like that could be just something that you seek out now that you've graduated. And I was gonna say about like what you were talking about all your creative stuff and how you're like, I wish I just like put more stuff out there. I think I'm also having to learn that lesson. I think a lot of people who are pursuing like something in the creative field,
right?
That like it's okay to put things out that aren't perfect because I put that pressure on myself.
It's
all
so
the time.
hard.
And it's like you do just have to like release things into the world because that's how they're gonna affect people. That's how like it's gonna make some sort, maybe it'll resonate with someone. Like you have no idea.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's so much that you've written that in your mind, like when you're reading it, you're like, oh, like this isn't ready, or like no one would care to read this. But it's like you never know. Like that could have been someone's favorite piece of work that you've ever made, but like how do you know until you put it out into the world? So I feel like that's like a good thing to think about as well when you're, thinking about what you want to get involved with in college is like, put things out there, try things, even if you don't think it's going to be perfect, even if it's not like, in your opinion, like the best work you've ever done or whatever, because it's just like good for learning,
and it's at the end of the day, like you'll like the worst case scenario is you look back and you're like, oh well, I put that out, but like here's 4 things that I've put out since then you can just see how much better I've gotten.
Yes,
like
you can see the progress.
Exactly, like you're always learning, you're always changing and getting better and like growing and so it's scary, but I think it's worth it. And I think that we believe generally that people are going to like judge us and like judge our work a lot more harshly than they actually will. Like you're your own worst critic.
The harshest critic.
So it's like I'm like very like normally really hard on myself, so I'm just like I like think of like all of these things like about like a photo or like a piece I wrote or something, and I'm like, oh my god, it's awful. People are gonna hate it and think I suck. Which probably isn't true. Like,
definitely not true.
And even if they don't like it, they'll just be like, whatever, like not for me.
I was gonna say we should plug Phoenix's photo account. It's really good.
Phoenix Miller Photo on Instagram.
It's really,
Shout
really
out.
good. Like she does concert photography, which has been incredible to watch her like take that on. I remember when you first started doing that, like to your point of like seeing progress and stuff too. Like I was like, wow, I've seen Phoenix like shoot like so many different types of photography, but then like seeing you do like concert photography, I was like blown away just by like even from the beginning. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. But like she just kept getting better and better, and it was so cool to like watch your progress with it. And like the artists that you were shooting were getting like bigger and bigger, and I was like, oh my god, like this is so insane. Like I just remember like coming home and she would be editing on her computer, like
oh my god. You would see me editing until like 5 a.m. And I was like, year, me and Zoe slept right next to each other in our little beds, and I would just be like there on my laptop until like ungodly hours of the night. She would just be sleep. Yeah,
we should also talk. We should get into that too, like arc, the roommate arc, the roommate of it arc. All. Because we didn't even say that yet. That we're roommates.
We're roommates.
Hey, guess what? I'm like,
hey, guess what? I've lived with her for 3 years.
Wait, tell them your major again. And also, we're roommates. Like, we forgot some important stuff. I think we just got really excited talking about the pesto pasta and the peeing in the woods together.
Forgot to mention, the rest of our friendship.
Everything else. But it is fun to just, like, think about things from the beginning. And we were getting nostalgic, and you know how it goes. Oh, I was just going to say that, like, about the progress stuff is, like, even just us doing this right now, that like
this is progress here.
This is progress, and one day we'll look back on this and be like, oh, that was our first attempt, and
like wow, that we could have done so many things,
and maybe we could have done better, like maybe we'll improve, right? But it's like I'm so happy that this is like that I'm just starting. Like I think that's like that's honestly the hardest part is just starting.
100%.
It's just starting, and then you're gonna get better, you're gonna improve,
once you take that first step, you're done. Like that's well, I mean, not done.
You're done.
Awesome. Like
And then you're incredible, whatever it is. You know?
No, that is the hardest part every time.
That was I just had like one more thought and it was that in my brain. I had to get it out. But
Yes.
I do want to talk about our experience like living together and what that's like and also how to like choose college roommates too. Mm-hmm. We both went random, right? The freshman year?
Yes.
Yeah. I went random. How did you decide to go random freshman year?
I went random. There were a handful of people who I knew from Denver who were moving. Oh yeah, I'm from Denver. I missed a lot of things.
She's from Denver. She studies journalism. She's my roommate.
There you go.
Any more questions, Your Honor?
There's the rundown. And yeah, so I knew a handful of people that were from Denver that I knew were going to the school, but I wasn't like super close with any of them, and I was just like, okay, well, I want to like branch out and make new friends. Like I'm gonna let the universe decide, and we're just gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
And if I hate them, it's a year of my life, and it'll be over soon. Yeah. And I didn't hate them.
It worked out. Fine. Yeah. I also went random. I had a similar thought process. Like, I was doing that thing where you like talk to people before you come to college, and just try to decide if you're gonna live together. And then honestly, like, at a certain point, I was like, I kind of would rather just like go random. Right. Like, when else do you get that experience to just kind of like up to the universe, see what happens? I feel like it's less pressure that way versus if you like pick each other freshman year. It's also like you don't know these people. It's hard to like really gauge the essence of someone's vibe when you're gonna, living together is like you really are in each other's space and each other's energies. So it's like it's hard to know what it's gonna be when you have only met them online. So I was like, honestly, may as well go random. And I ended up it worked out great, and I loved my freshman year roommates. I still live with one of them today. We live with one of them today. So it worked out great, and I'm still great friends with the other one. So like it was such a crazy experience because instead of the 2-person dorm, how it's like normally, they over-admitted students, and we all had 2 roommates, or at least most people did. Like what was supposed to be a double was a triple.
Tiny little baby rooms.
Tiny rooms. But Phoenix had 2 roommates, and then one of them left.
Yeah, it was me, Lucy, and then this girl Alex who lived with us for the first like month of school, and like we all got along great. Like it was fine. It wasn't like, oh my god, she hated us and then she left. But she ended up getting into like the other dorm where all of her other friends were, where she like spent a lot of her time anyways because all of her friends were already there. So she moved out in like September, but I would like see her on campus. She'd be like, Phoenix, like like we still like. There was no bad blood there, but I was lucky to be in just like a double for the most of it.
What I was gonna say is that Phoenix's room became the spot.
Yes,
because even just having one less person in the space, like your room felt huge to me.
There were so many people in there all the time, and it was just the spot. It was like a nice meeting point. Like that's where everybody went. That was the pregame room.
Yeah, it was. And then for sophomore year, we got to make some decisions about who we're going to live with. And we decided to live together. I remember do you remember when we decided?
You were at OB, right?
Yeah, we were at OB. We were standing up on this little, like, ledge overlooking the ocean. Yeah. And we were like, so what if we lived together?
Like, what
if we did that? That would be kind of fun. I remember it feeling kind of nerve-wracking because you're still a couple months into school. You're still getting engaged.
They made us decide really early. We had to decide who we were living with for the next year in like
October or something.
So I'd only known you for like a couple months.
I know, but I felt like in my gut that was the right decision. Like I was like, out of everyone that I've met, I feel so comfortable with Phoenix. I think it'd be so fun to live together. And then we mentioned them earlier, but we lived with our other friends, Ruby and Mo, and like that dynamic was really fun.
It was so fun. Really fun. Such a fun, our little apartment. I miss Terrace Tech. It's not even there anymore. They tore the entire building down. Yeah.
So at our college, you have to live on campus the first 2 years. So you're in the freshman dorms for your freshman year, and then you get to go be on like a on-campus apartment your sophomore year. And we honestly got really lucky with where we ended up. It was like in this little cul-de-sac overlooking this like valley, this little view. And it was kind of looked like, I think it used to be a motel. Like
it was 100% like an old 60s motel.
Yeah, and it was sick.
All of the appliances were also old 60s motel.
Yeah, it was definitely like it did feel like just like a abandoned motel vibe. But I
she was
loved it.
cute.
I loved it.
It wasn't like creepy abandoned.
No, it wasn't
motel.
creepy.
It was like
it wasn't creepy.
vintage.
It just felt like vintage abandoned, and it just felt like the school, like that someone forgot that they put all those motels over there, and the school was like, "We'll take it.
Yep.
We'll put our students in there."
Yep.
But it was cool. Like we're in San Diego, so the steps up were like outdoors, and the railing, like there was just you could walk up, and then we could watch the sunset from just like our little steps, and then the little railing, and then our front door. I don't know. It was just nice. Like we were just outside until we like, all the way up to the third floor. We lived in 3C, which was the perfect combination of letters and numbers, in my opinion.
Yep.
And
I picked that very intentionally.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, I couldn't have picked a better one. Yep, she got it. She knew.
I had a feeling.
She knew, because think 3C.
I miss her.
What would you say are some of like the highlights from sophomore year? The differences of those 2 years and just like our experience, like living together for the first time, and just all that jazz.
I think sophomore year life slowed down. Like freshman year was very much like go, go, go all the time. And it was just like craziness. Really fun for the most part. But I was doing a lot all the time. Like I had literally no free time to just like sit there and chill. Like I was on straight go constantly. So sophomore year, as far as like the social experiences, I would say it definitely slowed down. I loved our little apartment. I miss her so much. It was nice, like having more space again and having,
feeling
a
like
kitchen
a real human again,
and a bathroom that you don't share with 30 other people, and like it was like a super cute. Like we still shared bedrooms. It was me and Zoe in one, and then Mo and Ruhi in another. But it didn't feel like our room was so cute and so chill.
It was very chill,
and like I never felt like overwhelmed by you, or like you were in my space. I was just like, oh, we share this space together, and like we give each other time to like exist in this space alone, which is like important to like give other people that and also receive that.
I feel like we were always really like energetically in tune with each
100%.
other. Like we wouldn't even have to like say words. Like we definitely talked about that at the beginning. Like if you ever need the room, you can tell me. But I feel like we didn't even have to really tell each other.
I don't think there was ever a time where I was like, hey Zoe, I need the room.
Yeah, because like we just both got it. Like sometimes Phoenix would, like if we were both in the room, like sometimes she would go and like do her work in the living room, or like sometimes I would like go outside. You know what I'm saying? We just both like, we could just kind of tell like, okay, maybe this person like needs just to vibe in their own space for a bit, because it's so important to just like have alone time and like feel like you can have your own space. And having just come off a year where we were living like in such close quarters with so many people, no personal space, no alone time, just like I was living with 2 people, and I loved them, but it's like it's a tiny space with 2 people. Like you're gonna start to crave alone time, right? So I feel like we were both still like, I was still coming off of like that year, like craving just like some sense of like my own space. And I felt like I had that, honestly, even when living in a room with you, which was so nice. So nice. But it was definitely different. Like, it's different to be, like, the first year of our friendship, we were just friends and we didn't live together. And it is different to transition from, like, friends to roommates and friends. Like, you definitely start to, like, learn more about each other and, like, little things and, more just unspoken stuff where you're just like, okay, I understand this about you now just from, like, being in your space all the time. And I feel like that definitely has like carried throughout our friendship. And now we live together. We've lived together now for junior and senior year as well. But now we both have had our own rooms. But like, I still feel like we both like
our rooms are right next to
each other. They're right next to each other.
In the same like little hall. Like I can knock and be like, Zoe.
Hey. But yeah, I feel like we've like from having that experience of like being in the same literal beds right next to each other for a year. It's like I feel like that skill never like goes away. Like you can just still, you're like, okay, I understand this person, like just on like an unspoken level. And it's nice to have that.
I think that I got really lucky in the sense that like there are some friends who like won't be great roommates, and that's okay. You can love them so deeply as a person and still understand that like, okay, like I love you, but our like ways of like living and existing at home like aren't aligned, and that's okay. And that's like, I mean, that's totally fine. That's part of life. So I got so lucky like the people that I was closest to, like, were also great roommates and like also lived together very well. Like, I'm still like very thankful for that because that's kind of hard to find.
Yeah,
Like,
you're not always gonna have roommate chemistry with your favorite people.
Yeah.
Like, it's just sometimes that's just not how it is.
And then there's also like people who you'll have like roommate chemistry with who like you're not really that close with, like outside of that. Like that's like how Alex was, like great roommate chemistry. Like we were so chill and like we're like friendly.
Yeah.
Like we're homies. Like
Yeah.
I would totally
Shout
say
her
hi,
out,
give her a
yeah.
hug. But like we like didn't stay super close after
Yeah.
that. And I think that it's like okay to like have
Yeah.
one and not the other.
Yeah, you'll
you
have
know?
both. You'll have
Yeah.
all. You'll have some. You'll have neither. Like you'll have all of it, I think. And
Yeah.
it's probably good to experience all of it, especially like in college. Like we live with 9 people currently, and that does sound quite overwhelming when you say it out loud. But I think honestly, like I think for the rest of my life, I'll actually be really grateful that I like had that experience
Oh,
and
yeah.
put myself in that position to live with so many different people, so many different energies. Everyone's on different schedules. Everyone's doing their different things, you know. But you like really understand how to live with so many different types of personalities, so many different types of people. And yeah, just like our living like situations have changed so much throughout college. But honestly, like I was really lucky that I've always had like a positive living situation and like a place that has felt safe and a place that I like feel like I can go and recharge and people that I enjoy. So I feel, and Phoenix has literally been my roommate 3 years in a row.
Know.
And
I can't imagine like not being.
That's
your
actually
roommate.
so
That's
weird.
really
I don't think I've like
tripping
thought of
me out.
I honestly,
I hadn't thought about that
I had
until
not
right
thought about
now.
what?
And now
I don't think that one had processed yet.
No.
That we. That's hilarious. Neither we're both like, wait, we're gonna
like,
not.
Wait, hold on, wait, I don't.
Huh? Oh.
Yeah, no, I genuinely had not thought about that until literally right
I've been
now.
thinking about the fact. So we should talk about like your fun little plans after
Oh,
graduation too. But I've been thinking about the fact that Phoenix, she's still gonna be in our house even though she graduated. But I've been thinking about the fact that she might be gone for a few months due to some fun shenanigans. I've been thinking about that, how like you'll be there and it'll be so fun to have you even though you aren't in school. But then I've been thinking about the fact that you're gonna leave and it's gonna feel that like I'm just gonna be next to an empty room, which is gonna be really sad. But also I can't talk because I went abroad for a whole semester and you had.
I would like walk past your room all the time and be like, oh, I miss Zoe.
Yeah, so obviously like overall I'm gonna be happy for her because she's gonna be going and having amazing experiences. But like definitely walking past her empty room is going to sometimes suck.
Yeah,
for sure. But tell the people what you're doing.
Yeah. So instead of looking for a job, I am gonna go backpack Europe for 2 months with our good friend Mo.
We mentioned her earlier.
Yes, shout outs. Love that woman. So yeah, the two of us are gonna go backpack for 2 months in Europe. We're leaving early February, coming back early April. Doing like one big giant loop. I think we're hitting 18 cities, I want to say.
Awesome.
So I'm thrilled. I'm so excited. I think that like my whole mindset about it was like, one, I didn't get to study abroad in college, which was something I really wanted to do, but it ended up just like not working out financially. So I was like, okay, you know what? That's fine. I can go study abroad life. Like I'm graduating a semester early. Like that's like, you know, time for myself to like go travel and go experience things. So that was how I kind of like constituted it. And also I think that like traveling is really important to me, like being able to like see the world and gain all of these new experiences. And I think that like there's no better time than right now. Like I think that as you get older and like more things are, you know, like holding you down, not holding you down, but you have like more responsibilities, you have more ties,
job, house,
exactly. So I think it like only gets harder as you get older. So I'm like, okay, I can wait to start like, you know, really diving into like looking for my career, but like I cannot wait to like travel and just have this time where I like I'm not tied down to anything because I just work in restaurants and like I will still have my restaurant job when I come back. Like love that place. Like shout out Maddie.
Shout her out.
Mwah.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I might as well just go see as much of the world as I can right now before I go do that. Not to mention, job market's looking a little frightening at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm also not that worried about it. And I think that I will like learn things that will like in my time abroad. I think I'll learn things that help me like in
100%.
guiding like because I don't know exactly what I want to do yet. That's the other part of it. So I think like I have ideas of where I want to go and what I want to be doing, but it's not concrete. Um
Yeah.
like as far as where I want to be in the media world, as far
Mhm.
as like writing and photography and all of these things.
Yeah.
So.
And I feel the same way, and I think probably a lot of people that are going into some sort of like creative field feel that way too, of like trying to figure out exactly what, avenue you'll
Where
take
you
with
fit
it.
in.
But I think going and having life experiences, you'll never regret that. It'll
No.
only like make you a more well-rounded person that understands more about the world and yourself and everything. And like one of my favorite kind of like, I don't know, just like mindsets, I guess, or quotes or advice, or I don't know. I just remember we used to say this a lot when I was on my gap years. Like so many people were like, "Well, I don't even know what I'm doing with my life yet," but like you kind of need to get lost first to find it. Like allowing yourself to experience like that true freedom and just like let yourself get lost in the world. Like let yourself figure it out. Let yourself not know. Like you're supposed to not know
Yeah.
before you can actually figure it out. And I think like I don't know, just like leaning into that and like really truly, especially when you're young, like just allowing yourself to get lost and not have all the answers, I think is, in my opinion, the best way to like find the path that you are gonna, take at some point. And you have so much time too. Like you have so much time to get
Yeah.
into the working world. You have so much time to
Exactly. I
you've
have the rest
already
of my life to
yeah,
work.
and
Like
you've
I'm
already
not,
done
I'm not
so
in a
much cool stuff
rush.
anyway, like you
Yeah.
already have like you've already been building up a portfolio, you've already been working towards something. So
Yeah.
I think it's like more than okay to take as much time as you need to go explore, and like I would literally encourage anybody to go do that.
Well, and you never know. Like that could be the thing that sets you exactly on the path that you need to be on. Like maybe I'll be like gallivanting through Spain and meet like, someone who like later becomes my mentor. Like you never I
Yeah,
think that
yeah, definitely.
like honestly in my like in all of the things that like have furthered my career, it is because I met people accidentally in
Yeah,
places. Like
yeah.
I started concert photography because I like randomly signed up to shoot a drag queen show at
Oh,
this like
that's awesome.
random concert venue. And it was just something and I was like, yeah, whatever, like I'll do it. Like that sounds fun. Like I've never done live photography and I went and I was just chit-chatting it up with one of the other concert photographers there and we like connected and then he was the one that ended up bringing me onto his team and like kickstarted that like my entire concert photography career. But I wouldn't have met him if I hadn't just like gone and done that one thing. So I think it's like taking the jump and like doing things that scare you. I think that kind of leads you onto the right path and just being open to things.
Yeah.
If you're like closed off, I feel like I would so much rather not really know what exactly I want to do and be open to like trying things and meeting people and all of these like all of that rather than like knowing exactly what I want to do and I just like I'm so focused on that which like isn't my path in life. I think that it'll kind of fall I trust that it'll fall into place how it's meant to fall into place.
Yeah.
And, like I'll figure it out.
I have actually no worries about you at all.
I'll figure it out.
Okay, when you're thinking about your own life and you get really overwhelmed and you have moments of like, what's gonna because it's so unknown, right? Then I have moments where I look at my friends and I'm like, I could not be less worried about them. Does this make sense? Like, I'm like, I just know that they are going to find what's meant for them. I know that they're going to be successful in the things that they're passionate about. I know that, like, and I say this to my sister a lot too, actually, because my sister will, like, just, like, she's 2 years younger than me. Sometimes she'll just randomly, like, be talking about all the things she's worried about, and we'll be talking through it. And I've, like, always looked at her and been like, I can't express how not worried I am about your future. Like, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
No matter what happens, I have so much trust in you as a person.
Yep.
And like I feel the same way about you. where I'm like, I have so
same with
much
you,
trust, right, in Phoenix as a person. But it's so funny when other people say that to you, then you're like, well, like, I don't know if this makes sense, but I'll be like, you know, self-doubt. And then someone
Yeah.
else says that to you, and you're like, but how do you know that
I
it'll be
know.
fine? Oh,
I know
but then,
it's hard because I like see that in other people where I'm like,
Yeah.
no, like I know you got it.
Yeah.
Like you'll be fine. Like whatever you decide to do, like you're gonna kill it. Like you're gonna do
Yes.
great.
yes.
So it's hard like taking that and like
It's hard to take it when it's
yeah,
you.
it's hard to take it when
Yeah.
it's you, and I feel like that's just it's hard to process.
Yeah, but I definitely am not worried about Phoenix Miller's future. Like,
it's
gonna be amazing.
I've been telling myself that no one knows what they're doing,
Which is true.
Stresses me out that I don't know what I'm doing entirely.
Which is true,
but
for sure.
When you think about it, no one really knows. Like everyone,
we're all
like
flying by the seat of our pants.
exactly. Like everyone is still like. I feel like even people who are like settled into their career in their like 30s, 40s, like they still don't even like. I feel like that's just part of being a human being. Is just not knowing. Like sometimes you just don't know. We can't predict the future. Like your entire life could change tomorrow, and you would have absolutely no idea. Like I think there's no way to know everything all the time.
I think it would be actually
kind
of boring if we had all the answers.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's way more fun to figure it out as you go, and I think it's way more exciting that there's so much unknown, especially for us during this time, and anyone else if you're graduating as well. Like you know the feeling. I want to talk about junior year a little bit as well, but we can jump to senior year. Like, how has that experience been for you? Just kind of having, especially you only had a semester, like a senior semester.
Yeah.
Like, how is that semester different than all the other ones with kind of like just knowing that post-grad was coming and
looming ahead.
And there's all these question marks running through the air. Like, how did that change your experience in being present in school and in college and like just having the final chapter of school?
I think that out of all of the semesters of college, I was definitely the most like present in this one. Like I was very much actively trying the whole time to like slow down and to appreciate things. Like I could like there were moments where I could like feel myself getting, because it was a rough semester, like class wise. Like it was a kicker.
A heavy load.
The double capstone really just.
Oh damn! But you guys should see her capstone project. It's awesome.
Thanks.
She made a photo book, and it's so cool. And you also did this like amazing, video, and like there was so many cool things. Sorry, there was me just like rambling about your projects.
I love you.
I came into the kitchen, and she had this like photo book of like a bunch of her like photography that she's done over the years that I've known her, and it was like especially cool because I feel like I've watched, like I was saying earlier, watched her grow in photography, and like these are all photos that I recognize and have like seen her take and edit and and there are friends in the book, and I'm like going through it. I just came home and was going through this book, and I was like, wow, like this is growth in a book. And also she also made this really cool video as well for capstone, and she showed it to me, and that was really cool. And it was about like food sustainability and like food stamps for college students, and just like a very important topic. And like I don't know, I was just proud. I was like, hell yeah, you're doing such cool things.
I love you.
we cry.
I know.
We get emotional.
Oh,
you can cry on this podcast.
I might.
Honestly, you probably should. It probably won't be a full episode if we don't like
if one of us
break out into tears by the end of it. Yeah,
it'll probably happen.
You've been teary-eyed the whole time.
I know. I don't know if you can see it.
I've been looking over and I'm seeing the glisten in your eyeball, and I'm like, yeah, I'm there with you.
Yeah.
It's easy to get emotional when you're reminiscing and thinking about so much time passing, and like I'm glad that we have this as like a timestamp for your experience in college, and that's why I wanted to do this episode, is to like have Phoenix Miller just graduated. Like what headspace was she in? What was she thinking? What was she feeling? What was going on? Like we just had her grad party like a couple days ago, and it's just like this is such a time that we'll look back on. Like years from now, we'll be like 45.
Just a couple years.
A couple years. No, but you know what I mean. Like one day we'll be 45.
I know.
And we'll look back and we'll be like,
oh, that's so crazy.
What did it feel like to graduate?
Hi, 45-year-old Phoenix.
Yeah, what up? What does it feel like to graduate?
Really weird.
Super weird.
Super weird.
I don't know the feeling.
I think
I
it's
haven't done it yet.
also weirder because it doesn't entirely feel like I'm graduating because I graduated in the middle of the year.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's not like I feel like I will feel fully graduated when we like have commencement and I like walk the stage, get my diploma, and everyone else is graduating. I think that graduating right now, it still feels like I'm gonna go back to class in the spring, and that's just like not happening. But like the last few weeks were very strange. It was like I was just feeling so like nostalgic all the time, and I was definitely like fairly stressed out with like finals and like all these projects and all these deadlines. But I was still like every time I could like feel myself getting stressed out, I'd pause and be like, wait, like this is the last time you'll be stressed out about something like this. Like that's crazy. And so like I feel like I had way more of an appreciation just for all of it, like the experience as a whole, even like the harder parts where you're like up super late, like doing homework, and then I have to be at work at 7 a.m. the next day, and I'm just like the go.
Yeah, because you said this was the most present semester that you've had.
So I was really trying hard to like take time and be like, oh, like I value this person so much, like I'm going to like spend this time intentionally with them today. You know what I mean? Like I was trying to be more involved, like with my classes and with the school and with my friends, and I also like this was the first semester in a minute that I've been single, so that was definitely part of it. Like, like I had a lot more time to like focus on myself and my friendships and my career. So I feel like that was definitely another part of it, which I'm very thankful for, that I like had the opportunity to like slow down and like be with everybody. But the last week of school was really like sad. Like I remember I had my last
your last day of classes, and we picked Phoenix up because it was her last day of class, but it was nobody else's last day of class because all of our roommates, Phoenix, out of the 9, she's the only one graduating. So like I don't even think people like Phoenix is experiencing this whole thing, and I don't think any of us fully realized like what day her last day was. You know, like to us it's just like another day of class, right? So two of our roommates actually had art majors, and they had this like awesome art critique that we went to, that me and Phoenix both went to, and so she was coming back from class, and we all hopped in the car to go to this art critique, and we were like, oh, we'll just pick you up on the way. So we're driving from our house, and we scoop her up on the way, and as she gets in the car, she's like, guys, that was my last day of class. And we were all just like, what?
I kind of just like dropped it out of nowhere.
Yeah, we're like, what do you mean?
I'm done.
Yeah,
like that's it for me.
It hit me hard too. I was like, oh my god, I didn't realize it was today.
I know.
You know, like how would I have known? I also like am in denial, and in my mind, you're still gonna be at school with me next semester. You know, so
I like got out of my class, and it was like my final like presentation for my photo capstone. I've had a class in the art building every single semester of college. It's like the one building that's stayed consistent, because like my classes have been all over the place, low-key, all over the campus. But that was like one building that I was just in all the time.
Good place to be.
It's
probably the best building.
It's like on the very edge of campus, and it like overlooks like the valley and the highway, and you can see the sunset, and it's so pretty. And I just spent so much like time there, like looking out at that view. So I got out of class, and I like went to my little balcony, and I was just like staring at it, and I was like, damn, this is the last time. And it was really weird and really sad. And then I was like, okay, well, I don't know what to do. So I went and like wandered around campus for a little bit, and I was just like walking around and thinking about like all of like the different like memories just everywhere, like good and bad. And we're like, oh, well, I cried on that bench right there, and like me and Zoe rolled down that hill over there, and like so it was very much, it felt like walking through a little bit of a memory lane. I like texted my old creative writing teacher. I was like, yo, Gio, I just graduated college. Like, that's crazy. Like, miss you, friends. I hope you're doing well. Thank you again for like teaching my favorite class I've ever taken. Like, it was weird. I like went and sat by the turtle pond, which is my favorite spot on campus. And I'm
gonna miss that place dearly.
Oh, me too. I journaled for a while.
And then I was like, well, that turtle pond journal says.
Oh yeah. I was like, well, I guess I just go home now. Like, I guess that's it. I guess I'm done. I just walked home. You guys came and picked me up. Went and saw some cool artwork.
Yeah, that was sick.
it was. I don't think it's like hit me yet. Still,
Yeah.
It's
Still
just-
processing it.
Mhm.
You know?
I mean, I guess that was like not that long ago.
That was a couple days
Thursday.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Thursday. It's
You're like,
Tuesday.
it's still very fresh.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
but it's bizarre, and I think it's also scary because I never in my life have had free time, like ever.
Yeah.
Like,
But it'll be good.
it'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be good for me to like
You'll probably learn some new things
slow
about
down
yourself
and
like
get
into some new
rest
hobbies
and
that you would have never
start
expected.
a hobby.
And get rest. You deserve some rest.
I don't
She
think I've
wakes up
slept
so
very
early
much in
for-
college.
She doesn't sleep. She has to wake up really early for work. It's crazy. The night of her grad party,
Oh my god.
where everyone's up, it's 4 a.m, right? Phoenix looks at all of us and is like, yeah, I have to be up at what? 7?
Yeah. I'd be
For
awake
work?
at 8.
And it's not even just that you have to be up in 3 hours, it's that you then have to go, like, do
work an
customer
8-hour
service
shift
for
as
8
a server.
hours on your feet, talking to people, and it's like, bro, you just went hard because it was your graduation party, and you're gonna, go hungover off 3 hours of sleep, but also, is that the best way
the
to do it?
healthiest
Yes.
thing.
Not the healthy, but is it the right way to do it in this scenario?
You know what?
Probably yes.
A girl can rally.
Yeah, she can definitely rally.
I can try.
Yeah, resting for you will be good.
I agree. I slept.
You'll be like, I feel so light and free and well rested. And what
I
is
slept a
going on?
lot today. Actually, I like slept
Okay,
in,
good,
which I haven't done in
You deserve that.
months. Like went and got some breakfast, and I was like, wow,
Aw.
I got more than 6 hours. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's
Sleep is
weird.
important, guys.
Sleep is important.
I-
Don't take that for granted.
I am also trying to get better at that. I'm horrible at getting a good amount of sleep, but I feel like that's like a quintessential college experience.
Yeah.
It's just never
Everyone
having enough
is
sleep.
underslept and overcaffeinated, and
Yeah,
that's just kind of how it is.
that's just how it is. What are some other like quintessential college things? Like if you haven't been to college yet, and like in this moment as you're graduating, you're thinking like that was the most classic college. Remember? Okay, do you remember in the beginning of college? I have this friend. And there was this moment. It's my friend Michael. He like had this quote, and the quote was literally. I'm trying to remember exactly the scenario. Okay. I'm getting literally so turned around. Basically, I went to go visit my friend Michael in college before I ever went to college.
Michael Farmer shout
out. And there was just like this funny moment. I think someone was literally just like tying someone else's shoelace, and then like chugged a beer right after. It was like something completely random, but it was like at a pregame, and it was just a very college thing to do. Like everyone was just acting. College. I think it was Michael that was tying the shoelace, and then when he stood up from tying the shoelace, someone handed him a beer or something.
Yeah.
And someone was like filming him, and so he just like looked at the camera and was like, "College!" And that, like, you know, when someone says something in a certain tone that just like it sticks in your brain, like that just like stuck in my brain. Like it was the most simple, mundane moment. Like he might not even remember it. It was just, he was stoked. It was college. He was experiencing college, you know? And so when I first got to college, like anytime there was a college moment, like something that was like, this is so college, I'd be like, yo, college! Like, this is college! Because I was like, we have to, like, you know, it's funny. We have to talk about it. We gotta talk about it because it's funny.
Yeah.
So I would always clock the random college moments, especially the weird, bizarre ones. The ones that were like, I don't know, goofy as hell, but I just was like, we need to address that this is very college.
I mean, I feel like the entirety of dorm living, like
very college.
Communal bathrooms in my dorm were like
college,
kind of co-ed. Like we had,
you guys like brushed your teeth together.
Yeah, we had like the sinks were just like free for all. Then you had like separate like stalls, like separate like rooms for the stalls, right? But like the sinks were just in the middle, so everybody used the sinks. And I remember there was this one kid who lived like across the hall from me.
Some characters on your floor.
Oh my god, there were so many characters.
Oh my god,
I was so entertained all the time.
Dude, yeah, there were some characters.
Yeah. There was this one kid across this hall, this kid Lev, who I'm like still kind of friends with, but like for somehow every single night we would come and brush our teeth at the same time. It was never planned, and it was never at like a consistent time. Like it was never like, oh, 11 p.m. let's go brush our teeth. Like it would be 10 p.m. and then the next night it's like 3:30 in the morning, and somehow every single time we were just it just became like one big fat joke.
Maybe you guys were in love.
Maybe.
Maybe
He would joke about us
Yeah.
being married.
He, I think, was probably in love with you. I don't.
I don't know.
I don't know how you. I don't. Maybe
I love
probably
that
mutually
kid.
in love. I think.
Yeah.
You guys were kind of married. I
He's
think.
like watching this. He's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
I think he would agree. I think he would own it.
No, he would agree.
I
We like regularly talked about it. He would like come in, like put his arm around me and be like,
he
"This is
loved
my
you,
wife,
for
guys." And I'm like,
sure.
you know what? Yeah.
And I think there was many men that fell in love with Phoenix Miller at their time at this university. And I would just like to say, if you're one of them, like, raise a glass to you, my guy, you know?
Shout out.
And
Cheers.
you're lucky to be in her presence, you know? Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm thinking there's definitely some characters that, for sure, just thinking about it. But that is a very college thing, like brushing your teeth with each other. I'm trying to think of some.
You have to get too fucked up at one point. Like, you have to get a regrettable night. College. You'll have at least one. That is very college. Where you just get too drunk and you do something silly.
You have to get lost on a night out, too.
You have to get lost.
You know, just lose the entire group.
It'll happen.
Go on a side quest.
Do more side quests.
Lose the main plot. Go on the side quest. Yes. Is kind of always my mantra on a night out. I think the side quest is usually more entertaining anyway.
Yep.
Those are honestly probably some of my favorite nights of college, when it was like, there was a plan to do one thing, but it just then I ended up on a whole other mission.
Oh yeah,
those were my favorite.
I feel like just like very like random spontaneous adventures felt very college to me.
Yeah, we had a lot of those. Actually,
so many. You would just call me and be like, "Hey, we're leaving for LA in 20 minutes. You want to come?" And I'm like, "Let me get some pants on. Let's go."
Wait, that was one of the most iconic Phoenix lines, and one of the moments, like as we talked about earlier, when we first met, we knew like, okay, we're gonna be friends, right? Like, we felt the vibe, we felt the connection, we got the anklets. But when I really knew, oh yeah, this bitch is down, was when I called her. And I called her at like 2 a.m. And I had found out that there was like a Halloween, like, I don't know, it was like something set up through our school. Like, they had just put up like a bouncy castle, but it was like a pumpkin bouncy castle. And then there was also like face paint or like like fake tattoos.
Yeah, it was
there
just
was
like a mini fall carnival that like the school threw.
But like so random, and one of those things that like nobody knew was happening really, and like nobody really went to also, because college students, like, I don't know, I think it's like
too cool for
school, you know? So yeah, so I just remember it was like the most random thing. And it
was on like a Wednesday too. Like,
it was like middle of the school week, and I think I was walking home and I ran into it, and I was like, why is nobody enjoying this bouncy castle? Like, what's going on? Like, I need to get in there. And so I called Phoenix. It was quite late, and I called you because I was like, who would be down? Like, they were like gonna take down the bouncy castle soon. Like, it was like a now or never type of situation. And I was like, I just feel like I want to enjoy this with someone, you know? So I called Phoenix. I was like, would you be down to go on a bouncy castle right now? Like, no hi, hello, nothing, just like, bouncy castle.
Bouncy castle immediately.
Are you down? And Phoenix literally, like, she had been like asleep. Like, this girl was like, what? But no, didn't miss a beat. Was just like, let me put some pants on. Like, that was literally the entire conversation. Was like, do you want a bouncy castle right now? Let me put some pants on.
Let me put
Hang
some pants
up.
on.
Nothing more needed to be said. And Phoenix and I went on the bouncy castle, and we got some free food. Funny. And then the best part of the night actually was that they had those like cartoon drawings.
Oh yeah.
And we got a cartoon drawing of the two of us.
I still have it. It's hanging in our house.
We put it up in our sophomore year apartment as well, like in our shared room. And like people would come in and be like, "Who is that? Is that you guys?"
That's us.
And we're like, "Yep, but with big heads."
That is really us. Funny. They like drew my eyes like one smaller than
They made Phoenix look kind of high in the photo.
They made me look really high in the photo.
She might have been. I don't know. Maybe she was just tired. We don't remember.
I can't remember, actually.
I don't know.
Maybe. But I was just half asleep, like.
Yeah, like why are we getting this drawing done? But it was so good. Just like moments like that.
Yeah. I think that's like the best thing you can do in college is just agreeing to, like, just doing
the craziest shit.
Like that,
One time we went to, I just thought of this. One time we went to Slab City, which is
oh my God, that was so
the
cool.
last lawless land in America. And that was a crazy experience. It's basically, there's like, their whole shtick is that there's no laws, and people can just like set up a campsite anywhere and kind of just like be like, this is my home and this is my land. And there's like all of this art everywhere. It's just like a lot of artists that kind of like came together in the desert. Very
it's a cool place.
It's a cool place. Would recommend. Very kind of like hippie community, and Phoenix took some really cool photography, and like I made like a video of our trip, and it was just like one of those things that like we were like, how did we get here?
That was also very last minute. That was also like a morning of, you were like, yo, you want to go to the last free city in America? And I was like,
what does that mean? Sure,
let's do it.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it was Jordan that took us, right?
Yeah, I think it was Jordan that like knew about it. I didn't know about it, but suddenly I was like in a hot springs with the last lawless land in America with some random guy that was like reading me poetry, and I was like, oh no,
I remember this guy? That. I was like, I am not getting it though.
Yeah, I was like, who is this guy?
It's like, I will sit here and supervise. I'm not getting it.
He had a weird vibe. Sometimes you do get yourself into weird situations, but that's also why you want to experience it with friends so that you can laugh about it later and be like, wait, how did we get here? You know,
I feel like all of our LA trips were always like so chaotic and fun, and just like very spontaneous. Like we'd like never had like a
never. Shout out the bouncy castle again. Actually, my friend Michael, who I met, the college guy, shout him out.
Shout out Michael Farmer, we love you.
A birthday party where he rented a bouncy castle. So this was the second time that Phoenix and I were in a bouncy castle together. But that was funny because it was like he was turning 21 at the time, and so it was just like a bunch of, you know, freshly new adults bouncing around together, and then we like shot a short film in it the next morning because we still had it for a couple of hours, and we rolled deep with that trip. I think we had like maybe 14 or 15 of us that went, or something.
We were like sardines on Michael's floor. We were like Gabe slept under a table.
Yep. Like there was
I slept like on a bench.
Yeah, like, we were on benches. It was just couldn't have been more squishy, but those are some of the best memories because everyone was just down and together and like in just, you know, each other's space.
Yep.
Like almost too much. Almost there was no space.
No wiggle room.
But I think that's also part of why, like, looking back at like memories like that, it's like you forget all the like, I don't know, it's like you remember like the funniest moments. You remember like the craziest stuff that you did. You forget about like there's sometimes adventures where you have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations or like maybe don't have the best sleeping situation, or maybe like have to, I don't know, the anxiety before of like saying yes. But I think like when it all comes down to it, you remember all the good and all the good that came from it, and you're not going to remember all the like, you know, social anxiety before or like I don't know, any of that stuff. So I feel like the farther I probably get away from college, the more I'll just remember like all of the like silly and ridiculous
all the good
things.
Parts.
Yeah.
Freshman year was like a lot of fun, super chaotic, like sometimes sucked really bad, but like most of the time I was having like an awesome time. Sophomore year, like slowed down a little bit, like,
settling in, finding your people, getting in your groove.
Exactly. Sophomore year was probably my like hardest year emotionally. Like I feel like I like went through a lot that year, so like that was challenging. And then junior year, like I was locked in. Like I was just like on straight go with like school and work and career and like all these, like I was just very busy, but like not really like, I feel like I was just moving so fast that I like couldn't appreciate it as much. And so like this semester I've also been really busy with school and work and extracurriculars and like trying to like bolster my resume, but I've been way more intentional about like also slowing down and just like letting the experience like kind of sit. And, oh my gosh, like it's so awesome that I have the opportunity to go to college. I think it's like easy to forget that it is such a privilege to be here and to be learning and to like be able to do these things, and it's something that I like never take for granted, like try not to ever take for granted. Like it's so important to me, and I'm like the first one in my family to do that, so
I know.
I feel like
oh my God.
like I'm so grateful for that, and I'm so grateful that like it'll like hopefully convince my siblings like, oh, like this is possible for us, like we can go do this and like do these things. So I think it's important to just be grateful, like even when it feels really hard and feels really overwhelming. I think it's important to just take a step back and look at it from like a bigger perspective, like, oh, like this one final is not going to matter a year from now. Like scheme of things, you are literally never going to think about that one specific test ever again. Like it's not that deep. You will think about your college experience as a whole and like the people you met and like things that you pushed yourself to do. And I'm like proud of myself for the ways that I like pushed through, but I also did not need to like be that hard on myself about grades. I think I like forget that it's like not that deep.
But
Like,
I
no one
also-
checks your GPA. I
Yeah,
learned
yeah,
in the
once-
career field, so
once
that
you
was
get out of
awesome.
there. Yeah, once you get out of college, I was just gonna say, I think I 100% agree with what you're saying. That like it, like work hard and do the best that you can and show up to learn and like be there to like get the most out of the college experience. But like as long as you're doing your best and like trying and putting in effort and like trying hard to learn and work at this, then like there's no reason to like be really hard on yourself or add extra pressure or be like, oh well, this isn't good enough or I need this like certain score. Like I personally have never been one to like really check my grades even because in my personal, and I know not a lot of people, that might be a hot take, but like not a lot of people, some people grades is a really important thing to them. For me, it's like I'm showing up to class, I'm doing all my assignments, and I'm doing my best. So why does
and that's what matters. Yeah.
so then why does like this grade, this like other like it's out of my hands at that point, like I'll check it at the end. Like I don't know, I don't like check throughout because I just feel like I'm gonna keep doing. I'm gonna keep giving it my best no matter what. So why does it matter what like the end result is? Especially I just also it's like just a personal thing. Like I just don't think that grades are the most important thing in the world. It's more about what you're learning.
The best way to think about it if you're not trying to like get into med school or get into grad school.
I'm not.
You're in like kind of like a soft a softer field.
Yeah, I guess it really does depend if you're like trying to do.
I've had so many people like tell me recently now at the end of my college career, like, oh yeah, no one cares about you, like college GPA, and I'm like, oh
yeah. But I was gonna say to like also be kind to yourself about being hard on yourself in the sense of like you were just saying how like you are the first person in your family to be in college, and it's like there is this like pressure with that, I would assume, and I think that I don't know, I think it's just like honestly like you appreciating the experience and understanding that it's a privilege to like wanting to like make the most of it and do your best at it. I think at the end of the day that like feeling at its core is like not a bad thing at all. It's a really good quality to have to like care that much and to understand the weight of it and to like want to do well and to want to succeed. I think that you should feel really proud of that. It's just like the only part where it gets unhealthy is if you're beating yourself up over things that have already happened and like things that are at the end of the day kind of out of your control at a certain point. And I think the most important thing is like, are you actually learning and not like what your grades are? And I feel like you learned a lot and like got a lot out of college and like also had good grades and worked hard and like I don't know. There's no need to be like
maybe gained a stomach ulcer or 3, but that's
it's like it all at the end of the day, like what you were saying. It's like you're gonna remember the moments with the people and 100%. The experiences and the things you tried. And do you have any advice for like someone, well, I was gonna say for younger Phoenix, but also it could be younger Phoenix that hadn't started college yet, so maybe that's a little bit more specific to you, but also like any just general advice for anyone who is like maybe thinking about college and maybe doesn't have any examples of people in their life that have been, or maybe are a first generation college student, or just anyone who's like applying right now and thinking about like should I do this, or maybe someone that's feeling like it's too much of a pressure, like that it doesn't feel like a privilege right now, because I know a lot of people that I talk to, like college feels like you don't always have a choice in the matter to go or not. But I think when you remember that it is a choice and it is a privilege, that's always like a really valuable thing to ground yourself in. So like anyone who's in that stage,
keep saying yes to things. And I can't believe how fast it went. And that's kind of just like advice
for anyone.
Yeah. It goes really fast. Yeah. And there are like obviously, months, semesters that'll feel longer than others if you're just like in some classes you don't love. But I feel like the nature of college is everything is very temporary. So it's like important to like take time to slow down and to reflect on, okay, like what am I doing here? What am I learning? Like both in an academic setting and also just in a personal setting. Like college is such a massively transitional period, and I feel like that's like what I've gotten like so much value out of. Like obviously, yes, my education. I'm very thankful like to keep learning, keep growing. Like I learned how to become a journalist. That's rad.
You got that degree.
I got the degree, but also I feel like it's like you learn so much about yourself and like the way that you interact with the world and the way you belong in the world. And I'm like so thankful for how much I grew. So I think just like letting yourself grow and like actively trying to get like a little bit better every day, and because you have to grow. Like that's part of
college is a good way to do that.
Exactly, it's a great way to do that, and I don't
the space for it, really. You know, like that's what everyone is doing. It's crazy to be with so many people. They're all seeking that in different ways.
It's really fun and it's really scary and it kind of sucks sometimes. And it's like, but I would not trade that experience for anything. And it's like, am I in some debt? Yeah, but I don't regret it at all. It was such a transformative, I guess, 3.5 years for me, just as a person. I would still be feeling very stuck if I like hadn't made the jump. It was really hard, like leaving home, because I just felt very guilty about it. But I needed to do it for myself and ultimately like for my family, even though it felt like very selfish at the time, like when I was leaving. But I don't know, I'm very thankful for it. Just make the jump. But also college isn't for everybody, and if it's like something that like you don't think like aligns with your future and you would rather like grow in different ways, and that's also okay. That's also rad. Like one of my best friends from back home, like never went to college. She went to cosmetology school instead and like just got a super big jump on, and now she's doing like super crazy cool hair.
She had her own jump.
She had her own jump.
Yeah.
Even though it's scary. It's scary. Like change is terrifying. And I don't think it's like never not going to be terrifying. Like that's also, I think, one of the best parts of life. Like it would be so boring if life never changed. I don't think any of us would be cool people.
Yeah. And the classic line of like the only constant in life is change. Exactly. But yeah, I mean I just resonate with everything you just said, and it definitely made me like emotional to think about and proud as your friend to see that growth, like especially like feeling like I got to watch a lot of that growth too. And obviously I didn't know you before this college chapter of your life, but like it is really special that I've been able to like be there through it, you know, through this chapter of your life. And I'm really, oh my, like I could get emotional thinking about it, but like I'm really excited to see what you do in the world after this, you know. Like I'm so excited for you to go backpacking through Europe. I think that's like the perfect way to start, and then from there you'll take it day by day, and I know that you'll like honestly create like really amazing change in the world one way or the other. And I'm excited to see all your creative endeavors. I'm excited to see all your professional endeavors. I'm excited to see you go through different relationships, different friendships. I'm excited to like see everything, like you create a family one day, like all of those things. It's like crazy to think about that one day we'll be just like looking back on this moment of us sitting on this couch.
I know.
And we'll be like,
crazy.
We didn't know anything. Like we didn't know that this was gonna happen and that was gonna happen, and that Phoenix would have twins one day. Who would have expected that? You know, like there's just gonna be so many things where we're gonna be like, wow, like these versions of ourselves didn't know that yet. Idea. But that's also perfect. That's how it should be, you know? We're not supposed to know right now.
Yeah.
I have one more question for you, and it is, if you were to give a future version of yourself advice. I know that we don't know what her, you know, what her vibe is necessarily, what everything that's going to happen to her, but just like if there would be advice that you would give a future version of yourself from this version of Phoenix right now, like what's something that you kind of want to, I don't know, just like remain in your life, or like a mindset that you have now that maybe could be helpful for you down the road, or just like a thought that you have. It could be anything, honestly, just like a thought that you have now that you want to share with the future version of yourself.
I think it's important to like, or it'll continue to be important to remind myself to never stop having fun. I think that as you get older, you like lose some of that like drive to like have fun, because you're focused on other things. You're focused on your career and your family and your life, then it's like, I don't know, but I think that, and I know that, this is hard to articulate.
No, it's
I know
okay,
that I
you
get
got
like
it.
very hard on yourself.
Mhm.
I feel like that's something that I struggle with now, have struggled with before, and I think something that I will continue to struggle with. I just have very high expectations for myself. Growing more and loving myself fully for all of it, for like the things that I like, the things that I don't like, and want to work on. Just I feel, and it's really hard to like have that like full and total like acceptance of yourself and appreciation and love. And I do love and accept myself, but I feel like, which has also changed a lot in the last couple of years. That's definitely improved. Being like mindful about that. Like, yes, take care of your people, love your people, but you gotta love yourself too.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it. You can't love other people as well if you don't also love yourself first.
Yeah. Always gotta love yourself first, and then being able to love other people
That's
will
the
come
way the
easy
cookie.
at
That's
that
the way the
point,
cookie
yeah.
crumbles.
Yeah, all of it. I'm
Have
just
fun and love hard.
have fun and love hard.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Do you have any other final thoughts? Anything to say before we say goodbye?
Just that I love you.
Oh, I
And
love
I'm
you
so
too.
thankful.
Oh,
I'm gonna cry again.
yeah, I
I'm
could
just
cry
very
too.
thankful to have you too.
Aw.
I've been knocked this
We're
over.
gonna knock
the mics over. I'm so proud of you. Final piece of college advice: get you a Zoe Cashin.
What?
Get you a Zoe Cashin.
Oh,
It's my
true.
final piece of college advice.
Aw.
Except not this one, because
Not this. Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to find your own.
I'll probably
Zoe.
have graduated by the time that you're looking for me. So
It's a BYOC college.
BYOC, bro.
BYO. I brought mine. She's right here.
Yeah.
You gotta get your own.
Yeah, but I feel like we poured our heart and souls out,
know.
and I feel like this video form of the podcast was really fun to do.
It was fun. I keep forgetting that the camera's right there. I kept like looking that way or like up.
It just felt honestly very natural though, and it felt like you guys are more a part of our world and get to like sit here with us, and it feels like whoever you are watching, like you were just sitting with us on this couch, and we were just chit chatting and shooting the shit, and you know, telling stories and giving advice and just talking about life. And, you know, it felt like it's like a 3 a.m. roommate conversation.
This is how me and Zoe talk on our couch every night.
Yeah.
We'll like walk out into the living room to get water, and then all of a sudden I'm out there for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that's so real. That is a college experience. That is college. Talking to roommates until late in the morning is college.
You get distracted. You have things to chat about.
That's also just something that I'm gonna do the rest of my life.
The same.
Always and ever. And we're both that way. So. Because this podcast is like almost 2 hours long.
Oh my God.
So this is gonna be crazy to edit, but I'm so excited to have done the first ever video format of Hostels in Hawaii with Phoenix Miller. It felt very right. Go back and listen to some of her old episodes. We recorded them when we were freshmen, so we definitely were at the Turtle Pond. We were definitely in like a different life, place, and mindset, and like different people, and probably sounded different too. It's just like weird. Crazy to think about all of that, but thank you so much for coming on this episode of Hostels in Hawaii, Phoenix, and thank you so much for tuning in. If you listen, thank you for being a part of this. I'm Zoe Cashin.
I'm Phoenix Miller.
And we will catch you guys in the next one.
Thank you. Bye.